Hey everybody, it's Mina. So it is that time of the year where I knit. I only knit once a year, and when I do it, I make hats for my family. I make these really warm hats, and I make it on my king size Addie machine. Now, I've had my Addie machine for a few years now, and it has replaced my loom. This is what I used to do by hand. I used to make the hats by hand with this and this little device. All right. This right here, this method right here, love it. It takes too long for me. I'm really not a knitter. You all know me, I sew. But I love to make hats every year. I love making warm hats. So this was just taking way too long. It was cutting into my sewing time. So I had to find something that will cut the time down, and this does. Now, knitting on this loom takes about, I have to devote maybe 3-4 hours just to make one hat. Well, on my Addie machine, it only takes a half an hour, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to make a hat. And I just want to show you really quick how I do that. Now, the first thing that I have to do is, now this is, every year this is like new to me because, again, I only do this once a year. So the first thing that I need to do is you need to cast on. That's like a knitting term, so not too familiar with it, but I do know that you have to cast on. And I'm gonna have to do every other one. This is, again, this is like new to me. But once I get the hang of it, after I make a few hats, it gets a little easier. But what I love about this is that it's quick. I can make a hat in about 30 minutes as opposed to a few hours or a whole day. I'm going to get really good at this to the point where I want to make scarves too. And I normally, every year, I'll probably make like my daughter's teacher, I'll make her a winter hat too. I saw my daughter's kindergarten teacher actually yesterday at the grocery store, and she told me that the hat that I knitted her when Amina was in kindergarten, that she still uses it, you know, every day when she goes walks her dog. So that made me feel like really special. So once I get back to the black one, I'll just go ahead and I think this is how you do it. Close that up. And then from here, it's just, it's really easy. I just have to turn this wheel. And I have my yarn down here on the floor. Oh, and I hope I don't have a knot here. Okay. Let me get this knot out. Oh boy. Okay. So, then I also have like a little counter on here that lets me know how many rounds that I'm doing. Now, a second round. And this is all that I do. I just hold on to this little string right here in the back and turn this little wheel. And then you'll see this will eventually, it'll get longer and longer. Okay, so I've been turning, and I have like, again, I have like a little counter right here in front, and it tells me how many rows I've done around. So I'm currently on 17, and you'll see how it's getting longer. The hat is forming in the round. just keep my my yarn on the floor, and I just pull it as I need it. All right, so you'll see I've been rolling along here, and you see how I'm on actually row 41, and you see how much that has, you know, spinned around. I'm just making a plain hat. I'm gonna make this hat with the brim, so I'm gonna actually bring it around to my black. My black little pegs here. And again, I'm going to make me a hat with a brim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this, the bottom of it, and I'm going to fold it up like this. I think my brim, I think that's good right there. Okay, so now that I've done about 40 rows of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it over because I want to create a brim. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my original row and I'm just taking it and putting them over these little pegs. This. This is the most, if you want a brim, this is like the most time consuming part of this. Okay. Okay, so now that I have my brim in here, and again, I know this isn't perfect. I'll get it perfect on my next one. See how it's just a little bit twisted here? That's okay. This is my first one for the season, but I'll get it together, but it'll still come out right. I do this every year. So now that I got the brim on the hat, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just take it around again. Just keep going. And then this will be the underside of it. You won't see that. And again, my first one of the year, it's not perfect. But it'll be wearable. Just gonna keep on going until the hat forms. All right, okay. So here you'll see. See this tube that I'm making? This is my hat forming. Now again, you see some little imperfections over here. What I'll do is I'll take my my needle and I'll correct that. I'll just kind of weave that in. Yeah, I'll just weave that in, but I'm still going. I'm on row 76. I'm still going. And this is all that you do. You just wind it until you want your hat as long as you want it, you know. So you see the hat forming. Again, this is going to be the inside. You see the little imperfection where I did my brim at, but again, I'll just go ahead and I'll sew that down. You won't see it. I'll keep going. pull my thread up. Actually, I'll probably make this for my daughter. I'll make it long enough for her to go over her head because she has a lot of hair. So I'll make this big enough to go around her head to cover her whole head, just in case she wants to wear a ponytail. Okay, so I think that my hat, I think that it's long enough. I think that it's big enough. So what I'm gonna do now is, I'm at about 90 rows. This is about 90 rows all together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off the, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. And then I'm gonna thread it through this big needle, actually. I am going to take it off of here. So actually I'm gonna close that up. And I'm just gonna do this. I'm going to take this through I'm just going to go all the way around and grab this until it's all the way off. Let's see. All right, so I am nearing the end of taking my hat off of the machine. Just got one more to go. Okay, all off. All right, so I'm just gonna move this out the way and pull this through. And then next thing you do is just pull this. You pull it, and then I'm just basically going to tie a knot at the end of this. And I'm just going to basically sew this just to secure the top. Y'all hear that wind out there? It is windy here and windy and cold here in Cleveland. Okay. And if I wanted to add a pom-pom, I can do that. So I'm actually done. I'm gonna stick this through. Is this the right? Yeah, this is the right side. I'm just gonna stick this through. Actually, and pull it through. Got caught onto something. Okay. all done. Here's my hat. Let me take this and cut this off. I did this in about 20-30 minutes. Here's my hat. So more than likely Mina will be wearing this tomorrow to school. I know she's going to want to wear it because I just made it. So yeah, here's the hat. All right, hope you enjoyed this. Peace.